Democrats dig in their heels over ACA subsidies, risking a government shutdown to protect healthcare stability for millions. This standoff isn't just political theater. It's a high-stakes battle over who controls the future of American healthcare. Let's break it down because the details matter more than you might think. Senate Democrats recently rejected a House-passed stopgap funding bill, refusing to back down from their demand to extend Obamacare's premium tax subsidies. Nearly every Democratic senator voted no, with Pennsylvania's John Fetterman as the lone exception. Two Republicans, Rand Paul of Kentucky and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, joined them, but that wasn't enough to bridge the partisan divide. The result? A government funding deadline looming on September 30th, with federal agencies teetering on the brink of shutdown if Congress can't agree on a solution. Here's the crux of the conflict. Democrats argue that extending the subsidies is essential to keep healthcare affordable for 13 million Americans. Without them, premiums could skyrocket for those relying on ACA marketplaces. Senate Majority Leader John Thune, however, insists on a clean funding bill with no attached subsidies, calling for a return to regular order in budget negotiations. But here's where it gets controversial. Thune's stance ignores the reality that last-minute negotiations are the norm in Washington. Is he truly committed to process, or is this a strategic move to force a shutdown as leverage? Your thoughts are welcome in the comments. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer fired back, accusing Republicans of refusing to negotiate in good faith. When we were in the majority, we avoided shutdowns by talking across the aisle, he said, pointing to the Biden administration's 4-year tenure without a government closure. Like critics argue that Democrats' refusal to compromise on ACA subsidies is equally rigid. Is this a principled stand for healthcare access or a political power play? The answer might depend on who you ask. Meanwhile, other healthcare headlines are brewing. A federal vaccine advisory panel spent 2 chaotic days debating changes to CDC vaccination policies, but postponed a contentious decision on combined MMR and varicella vaccines separately. The FDA recalled 12 cinnamon brands nationwide due to elevated lead levels, a rare but serious issue that could harm consumers if ingested. Brands like El Chelar and Swad are now in the spotlight, with health officials urging immediate disposal. In a surprising twist, the CDC's Hepatitis B Vaccine Advisory Panel delayed a recommendation on newborn vaccination protocols, sparking relief among infectious disease experts. Some argue the delay was necessary to avoid undermining decades of public health progress. And in Oregon, health officials are defending the West Coast's latest COVID-19 vaccine guidelines, emphasizing that B's vaccines work despite rising skepticism. Closer to home, North Texas veterans are voicing concerns as the VA reduces in-home care hours, while Maine Health launched a membership-based primary care model. These local stories highlight how federal decisions ripple into everyday lives, for better or worse. What's next? With 11 days until the funding deadline, the pressure it's on. Will Democrats and Republicans find common ground, or will the government shut down over ACA subsidies? And what does this mean for you, the voter? Share your perspective below. We're here to listen, learn, and keep the conversation going.